G'day, Bomber fans. Well, the teams for tonight's Dreamtime clash are out. Huge game tonight, just a must-win game for the club, and also just a great spectacle. After Anzac Day, this really is the biggest of the year, for us at least. But I'm sure many neutrals would agree that this is just, one of the best nights of the home and away calendar. And to make it even more fun for the Bombers, we've got another debutant on the way. A young Angus Clarke will be donning the sash for the first time tonight. Our 6th debutant of the year already. That is awesome. We've thankfully continued the streak of playing Indigenous players on Dreamtime as well. Jade Gresham is fit and named to play, so that is not only great for the occasion, but for young Kako, who just desperately needed some help. And our opponents, they've lost some very important players, so there's a lot to talk about today. Heaps of good news, maybe some bad, I'm guessing. I know there'll be some complaints somewhere. And also, apologies for the lack of uploads this week. There was no player ratings. I was going to do an NGA update, but I didn't get to do that either. I just got way too busy and did not have time. I barely had time to upload the preview. But yeah, I will. The uploads will return to their regular schedule from now on. Okay, ins and outs. Starting with the Tigers, 3 very big outs. So Noah Bolter is... he's out with what's listed as personal reasons. I think we all know why he's on the sidelines. Tom Lynch is in concussion protocols. He's also out. The big one is Toby Nankervis. He's been managed for this game. I guess he's pulled up sore and they want to preserve him for the rest of the season. So those 3 very important players, their captain, they will not be playing. The replacements, Samson Ryan comes in. He'll be doing the rucking, you'd assume. Campbell Gray, Morris Rioli, they both come in as well. So yeah, massive outs. 3 big players, both in stature and just experience and quality. So that's really going to be interesting to see how they deal with that. As for us, we've done a few things. I've mentioned Clarke's making his debut and Gresham's coming back in. We've also welcomed back Matt Guelphy for his first game of the season. He's someone we really have needed in that forward line for Kako, and also just to negate the rebounding defenders. He would have been big for us last weekend with Bailey Dale. So those 3 come in. I'll talk about Clarke in a second specifically. The ones making way, Archer Day Wicks is out. That makes sense to me. He's got a taste at the top flight. He can now continue to develop in the VFL. I think that's good. Sardell Hawley, he was subbed last weekend. He's replaced by Angus Clarke, who's been playing on the wing lately. And Dylan Shield, he was playing awesome footy to start the year. He gets rested or managed a few weeks ago, and then from there, when he comes back in, he's on the outer a bit and now back in the VFL. So yeah, Clarke, Gresham and Guelphy in, Shield, El Hawley and Day Wicks out. It kind of makes sense. I think Sard's a bit stiff. He clearly hasn't nailed down his spot in the team yet, in the coach's eyes. I don't mind him playing in the VFL if it means that Clarke can play, because, if El Hawley was playing, I don't think Clarke would be in the side. It gives us another debutant. I just don't see how both would fit into the same team right now. And Dylan Shield coming out is pretty big. This is a player that he was really important to start the year, and now he's back in the VFL, so that's really interesting. And it means we're a little bit younger as well. Okay, teams, they are on screen for you. I'm going to talk to you guys a bit about Angus Clarke while you can look through them. I'm really excited about this kid. I think from our most recent draft, he's the one I was most hyped for after Kako. He's just your typical hard-working country kid. There's great stories about how hard he had to work to get a chance at AFL level, the long drives, I'm cutting firewood after school and training to pay for flights. Drafted as a defender. The last few weeks he's been playing on the wing and doing a really good job. He's called Pup because he's kind of like a mini Redman, Red Dog Pup, you get it. But yeah, ripper kid, mum's tick of approval. She, as soon as he was drafted, not even to Essendon, she just heard a conversation, I think an interview before he was drafted, and was saying, Felix, I love this kid. I hope he gets drafted. And then he gets drafted to the Bombers, and it makes her even more happy. It's great. He's a long-term option on our list. He's still pretty skinny, so probably won't set the world on fire straight away, but I can see him being a good player for us down the line. He can run all day, won our 2K tie trial, so I guess he's the fittest runner at the club right now. So yeah, get really keen for Clarke. I think he's going to be a great player for us in the future. A few things to talk about with this team. Clarke playing above Johnson. Many would say that Zach Johnson is closer or more deserving to play, and he's deserving. He should be playing AFL footy. But the way the VFL is set up means that we had a bye last week, and the week before Johnson was the carryover emergency for the AFL, meaning that he didn't play in the Resi. So he actually hasn't played footy in almost 3 weeks, which, that's why he's not in the team. He just needs to play VFL again, get some more match fitness and games under the belt, and then we'll see him play. He's going to make his debut this year. I don't think we need to worry at all. He's looking great. Another interesting one is Elijah Sardis. He's still in the VFL. And now we're at the stage, where we probably should just be worrying about him and his future at Essendon, because he should be searching around now. He can't stay in the team. It's really frustrating. He's going to be playing in the Rezzies again. And yeah, with Parrish coming back next week or the week after, it's tough to see him playing and fitting in. We can't just plop him in the forward line or a wing like other draftees. We've tried that and it doesn't work. He needs to play full-time midfield minutes. But we've already got an established engine room there, so it is just tough for the young man. It's unfortunately, it's hard to see him playing much footy this year now. Richmond's team on screen, it is undersized. It's far from full strength. Lots of inexperience in key areas as well. You can make the argument for Vigo playing because Nankervis has been rested. I think that's a fair question. Should Vigo play? The team is now named, and he isn't on the emergencies. The emergencies are Sardis, Johnson, and El Hawley. I think you get fined if you include someone not in the squad. I think that happened with us ages ago with Danaher. So I think we probably stick with old gold for now, but it would have been a good opportunity to give Vigo a crack, I think. Some danger players for the Tigers this week. Nick Vlosten's the main one. I've always rated him really highly. He's an incredible defender, one of the best in the league. I don't know how he hasn't been All-Australian. So he's someone who can really make us pay for bad entries. They've got some small forwards, some really fun ones. Ryan Mansell, Seth Campbell, Rioli, even guys like Steely Green and Kay McAuliffe. So there's lots of presence on ground level, and I think, they've structured it for that reason. I think, they've got a well-structured team to give us a fight just because of their height, which is a lot smaller. We said with the Pies when we played them, us being too tall at the MCG. We do seem a lot taller than the Tigers. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like, we have height on our side, which if it's dry would really help, but I get the feeling it'll be at least a little bit dewy under the night lights. So yeah, it might be a contest, one in the air or ground level. Looking at this team though, no offense to the Tigers fans, but we really should be winning this game of footy, especially with no Nankervis. They really don't have much experience at all now. Okay, who is it a big night for? Who are the three players that need a big night, or that I think could have a big night? Starting with someone who could have a big night, I think Zach Merritt. He's had quite a fortnight. He's due a big game, and he loves games like this as well. He's already won the Jochen medal before. It'll be hard to tag him. He's a watch for the medal again, I'd say. Zach Reed's another one. With no Lynch, no Nankervis, there's going to be control in the air our way, I'd say. And Reed is the guy to watch for intercepting. I think Mackay will probably take the biggest forward, which is, I don't know, Jonty Fall, I don't even know. But I could see Reed popping up to have a good night. The big one here, though, of these three, and I've had him here for the last 3 weeks now, Kyle Langford. All right, he's a leader of the club. He's someone we rely on, someone our younger players rely on. We just cannot have him being a passenger again. He's played 3 very average games since returning from injury. We really need to see him perform this week. Another poor performance, and I wouldn't be opposed to giving him a week in the VFL, because the way he's playing right now is just not good enough. He's seriously out of form. I think we need to see him have a big game, not just for himself, but for the club. It is crucial to see him up and about for us this year, because we need the help. We need Caddy to have some help up there. Those are the 3 guys I'll be keeping an eye on tonight. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But yeah, those are the changes to both teams. Really interesting game tonight. Big changes. Hopefully the boys come out and get the win, because we really should. There aren't many excuses if we don't. It'll be an angry review tomorrow if we don't. So good luck to everyone watching. Hopefully everyone's heart rates are okay. Hopefully it's not a nervy watch, because we know the boys love to do that to us. Good luck to young Angus. Good luck to Guelphy and Gresham returning from injury. Let's see what they and the rest of the squad dish up. Match review tomorrow afternoon. VFL recap on Sunday. Player ratings Monday. And then from there, we have the mid-season draft. So Tuesday, you'll get probably a little mid-season draft preview. Wednesday, maybe a preview for the game against Brisbane. But, on Thursday, that's the video to look forward to, because that's when we'll be welcoming up to 4 players in the red and black after the mid-season draft. Also, stay tuned to the Bomber Banter YouTube channel. I will be over there on the night of the mid-season draft. We'll be talking about our new players. Exciting times. But yeah, we won't look too far ahead. We'll look towards the game tonight. Hopefully we get the win. Cheers for watching, Bomber fans. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and go Bombers.